Hi guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a look featuring one palette that I want to kind of document me using it and going through it to see how long it takes me to hit pan on either the whole thing or just like some of the shades and track that progress because it's something I've personally never done, which I'm excited for. And I've also kind of seen this floating around on Instagram. Since this is the first time I'm going to be using this palette, I thought I would document it on YouTube and then maybe I can do little updates on Instagram and kind of incorporate both of those instead of doing like a dedicated video like every time I use it or every 10 times. I posted a couple options on Instagram, I'm gonna say a couple weeks ago, and the feedback was that the Laura Lee Los Angeles Nudie No.2 palette was the one people were interested in me doing a pan that palette with this one. So this is the palette. It's completely brand new. I actually ordered this, I want to say around Christmas. So I've been holding on to this one for a while and wanting to dive in and use it. But I've really been holding back and I'm proud of myself for that because normally I dive in and start swatching things. So I've peeled off everything, but this is what she looks like. A very nice nude palette, but I definitely think it's going to be good for spring and awesome for everyday makeup, especially for the days that I'm not filming on YouTube or doing something very spring inspired. So I think this is going to be great and I will get a lot of use out of it. I'm gonna give you a nice sweep of it. I think today, I was hoping to use it for some of my face as well. So a little bit of my bronzer and maybe some blush. We'll see, I may have to opt to use something else, but I'm just gonna do a quick look using this. This will be the first time I dive into it, and then I think what I'll do is like every 10 uses, I'll take a picture of it and we can kind of compare the journey. I'm sure it'll make its way into some other videos. For the products that I'm using in this video, you can check the description box down below. Let's just do a quick little look with it. So this is the Nudie No.2 palette from Laura Lee Los Angeles, and this will be my pan that palette. For this look, let's just try this shade right here, which is Bum. It's a little bit powdery, but not as powdery as the, what did I just try? It was a quad from Gwen Stefani, or the Give line. I found that quad very powdery. Just kind of placing this higher up, but I don't really want to blend it out. Just gonna kind of keep it like that. We'll see how this look goes. Let's go into low cut right here. This is just like an angled brush. Doesn't seem to be any fallout and these seem very pigmented. First impressions, I do like it. I have to say this like peachy orange color is very hard to do. Recently, it's what I've been drawn to, but cannot find a color where it's been, or a palette where it's been well done. It usually just fades into nothing and it looks chalky, whereas this actually looks like what it is in the pan. Oh no. I want to say that I really like how nicely the names are printed on here. They're a good size that I can read them, and they're a font that's like actually legible, which honestly, because Laura Lee is on YouTube and she's an influencer, I'm sure this was intentional, but it does help when brands have their names written on the actual palette underneath the color so you know what it is. And as someone who wears glasses and does their makeup without contacts, because I'm sure I haven't mentioned it, but I cannot wear contacts. They just don't make them for the astigmatism that I have. It's frustrating when I'm trying to tell you what shade I I'm using, and I can't read it for the life of me, and it's just really annoying. So I do like that little feature here to the palette. I'm gonna go in with this flat one and pick up Blushing. Now this shade looks like it's got glitter suspended in it, but then on the eye, I'm not seeing as much glitter. I don't know if it falls out if you tap it off. Could be one that shows up more when you use your hand instead of a brush. On the bottom, we're gonna go into Patootie, the shade right here. And then I'm just blowing it out with the brush that I used for the peach shade. I didn't add any more pigment to it. We're gonna go in with Cheeky right here on the finger. Okay, let's try and use Patootie as a bronzer. Now, with eyeshadows, they typically tend to be more pigmented. So if you're applying them on, really use a light hand. It might be good to go on the back of your hand first before you put it on your face. And then for blush, we'll go into, I'm gonna try Blushing and hope there aren't particles of glitter in it. I'm gonna really tap it off. So if there is any, and I'm gonna focus it right here. Okay, I feel like that worked. For highlighter, we're gonna go into the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in the shade 01 Highlight. And just with a fan brush. For mascara, I actually really like the combination I did in a recent video. I used the Spectrum Dark Matter mascara mixed with the Clarins Supra Lift and Curl. So I'm gonna do a combination of that. For lips, I'm gonna go into this like a very mini size of the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Not bad. Let's pull these out. Okay, I really like how this eye look turned out. Nothing was chalky, it wasn't too powdery, blended very easily. Really nice to work with. I feel like there's colors in here where you can do like obviously a spring look like this, and then you could do something a little bit more deeper and wintry. There's some golds in here to play with. The only thing that I've noticed is this gold and this one look very similar to me in the pan. I'm going to swatch them. Okay, they're definitely not the same. And the metallics, so this is the darker shade and this is the lighter, you can see very, very different. I have to say the metallics feel so incredibly creamy. They feel very well done, very luxurious. I really like the kind of like, it looks like it's like a deeper, I don't know how to say, kind of like a bronze and a dusty rose put together, but then on the eyes it's really purple. This is the shade Cheeky. I really like it. I want to do a look where I just play with blushing and just put that all over the lid on itself, and then do just like some wing liner and mascara, maybe some falsies. I think that would be a very beautiful shade to play with, but I am excited to use this in my everyday makeup looks for myself, and expect to see it when I do like a roundup going forward. If I talk about what's in my everyday makeup bag, this should definitely be there. I'm excited to play with it some more and kind of really get to know it better, because when you're doing a pan that palette kind of challenge, you really should be getting to know the ins and outs and whether the color story is a good one or not. But I'm excited for this to be my Pan the Palette. So thank you to all who participated and selected this one. I think you guys chose very well, and stay tuned to see how long it takes to pan this whole palette. I think we will wrap it up here. Thank you so much for hanging out for this quick little video, making this eye look and kind of having fun just playing with some colors. I wish you all the best. I hope you have a great day wherever you are, and I will absolutely see you in my next one. Bye.